Now, spending so much time with the gals on the road, who is the most professional, and have you seen some unseemly behavior as well?
The most professional, there's quite a few that are very professional. Bianca is by far the most professional yet.
Right.
I know Ben de la Creme is quite professional. Jinx is extremely professional.
And she is looking good.
Jinxie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That crown has laid lovely.
Grinder.
What did you say?
She went through the Visage grinder.
Oh, yes, she did.
I'm not, obviously, I'm not taking all the credit, but she listened. She listened when I said, try this and try that. Detox is fantastic and fun to work with. One of my favorite people on the planet. There's a lot. There's very few that aren't. But the ones that aren't really stick out.
Yeah.
And it's,
And what kind of behavior are we talking about? I mean, because I've heard you talk about it on the podcast. You don't have to tell me who, except you can after the show. But you can tell us now what that behavior is.
For me, I'm clean and sober and always have been my whole life. Always. I've never done drugs.
That's an impressive feat coming from the club scene, Michelle.
I know, and being in the girl group and all that stuff.
All that stuff. That's like a ticket to crack.
It's Virgo, and I hate not being in control. And I was always the girl. Now, when I say I've never drank, meaning I've gotten drunk maybe 5 times in my life, and the last time I drank alcohol, I was 21. So that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And
which is a strong 5 years, Michelle.
It's a
strong 5 years.
5 years, Johnny. And for me, I was the girl who didn't know she was drunk until she puked. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm good, now we can party.
Right.
And then I'd literally wake up in a sea of people, orgies, 2 girls, 2 guys, in the middle of everything. I've done everything there is to do.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's not their gender, but I would wake up and go, I wouldn't have slept with you if I were sober.
Right.
Because you have like 3 eyes and a boil growing out of you.
Just that old goiter problem. You wake up, oh, look at that goiter. Oh.
So I decided that it wasn't going to get me any further, and I didn't do drunk pretty. So my 5 times that I got drunk on Calvin Coolers and Kahlúas and cream, which is lovely coming up.
God bless you. At least it tastes the same.
Milk at a bar is not the look.
No.
So I decided when I must have been 21, I had my last drink. When we were on tour, when Seduction was on tour with Milli Vanilli, I had my last drink. So I was 21.
I mean, just like that is in my heart, like when we were on tour with Milli Vanilli. We'll get into that later because that's a tour I want to really get into.
I did. So somebody else
But back to the shade.
Yes. Okay.
Who was acting stank and who wasn't?
I will not name names.
You don't have to name names.
But alcohol and drugs play a big part. Because
Right.
So I decided after we did the first little test run, when we did this last big one, I said, listen, I'm going to do my spiel. So I got up in front of all the queens in the airport and I said, listen, I love you all. You're all my family. I love you as much as I love my own children that came out of my vagina. Which they really didn't because I had C-sections, but that's
well, good. We're glad to know your vagina's still nice and tight.
That's semantics. It is.
Yeah.
My husband's so lucky.
Exclusive Michelle Visage tight pussy.
It's always nice for your snatch to stay intact. So I do love them all, and I said, listen, this is my best friend's show we're representing. So you could either act a fool and I tell him, or you could realize that this is a responsibility. You signed on to do this. You want to drink and get drunk? You wait till after you're off that stage.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. And they were amazing. They honored it. I'll tell Ru in a minute. I have no problem being a tattletale.
I love that. I love it. Like, well, if you all can do whatever you want, but I'm going to tell RuPaul.
Because you're representing him.
Yeah.
It's not me. You're not hurting me. You're hurting your damn self when your fans are out there and you're saying you don't want to sign nothing and go away because it's driving you crazy. These people, even if it's $30, some of these kids don't have $30. They either live on the street or they work at a fast food and they don't have $30 to spend.
Yeah.
This is a big deal for them to spend $30. Get out there and sign their friggin' ticket.
Yes,
they can't afford to buy your
do
t-shirt.
it for as long as you possibly can.
Unbelievable that you have the balls to say no to a kid that wants. Did you forget who you are?
Yeah, do you remember what you were on the show?
You are a boy wearing a dress, bitch.
Yes,
Did you forget?
Yes, Michelle.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are lucky to be doing, and I'm going to put me in that. I'm no better or worse than them.
Totally, we got to do it.
If you want my autograph, I'm getting off that bus. I'm doing whatever I have to do because who am I? Who am I?
Yeah.
You want my autograph? Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
These kids want your autograph because you were on a TV show. They look up to you. How dare you say no? You are not Madonna, girl. Get yourself in check.
Lady Red, you got the spirit over there.
Oh, I got the spirit. I got the spirit.
Yes, Lady
I'm
Red.
passionate about that because the fans are passionate.
Yeah.
They're so passionate about our show and what these kids do. So for them to be heartbroken, I was really let down by one of my idols. I don't ever want that to happen to them. Ever.
Which idol let you down?
Belinda Carlisle.
Really?
Yeah. It was an awful experience. The Go-Go's changed my life.
Yeah.
Changed my life in so many ways. Made me come out of my shell. Realize I can be a girl of a certain stature and wear mini skirts and just be brave. She was fronted an all-girl group, and I sang and she sang, and I became obsessed with them. And then I met her on the RuPaul show on Vh-1, and she was so cunty. Ugh. I know she's changed a lot, and people said she's not like that anymore, so I'm willing to give a diva another chance. But my heart, it really, I don't hate her. My heart was destroyed.
I know, that is a real shame.
Completely ruined. Ruined. There were only a few people that I held in that regard. It was Belinda, it was Pat Benatar, it was Dale Bozio, and it was Madonna.
Yeah.
And then Cyndi Lauper, of course, too, but she was always amazing.
Yeah, and she's always super nice.
Always amazing. And I never met Dale, and Pat is unbelievable, but Belinda was really the pinnacle for me, because she was around before Madonna.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I was just like,
And what was she like? What did she do? How did she act?
Cold. Stevie Nicks was the same way, but it didn't impact me the same way. I loved her, but not the same way as Belinda.
Right.
She was just really cold and was like, oh, okay, great. Like, just didn't care.
Sheesh.
Rude.
It was really cold. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, she just didn't talk to me. And I was like, but you were, and then what, and then what? And nothing.
Like, I heard it all, kid. I'm Belinda Carlisle. Gotta smoke a cigarette and nobody buys my records anymore.
It was 1996 though, so I'm hoping things have changed.
Well, let's hope so. Otherwise, deuces, Belinda.
Yeah, boo, boo.
For more, hey Qween! Check us out on theStream.tv. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Daily Motion, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And we'll just have a gay old time, right, baby?
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Hey, Qween.